things are going to start improving for you very quickly once you remove the negative people out of your life. And I'm going to tell you, these negative people are very clever. They've even came up with their own terminology to discredit positive people. They call it toxic positivity. Toxic positivity. Come on, man. Toxic positivity is a term that was made up by negative people who want to make positive people feel guilty about them not listening to them complain all the time. That's all that is. I used to be one of them negative people. I used to blame everybody for my circumstances. I used to blame everybody for why things wasn't working out in my life. So I'm here to tell you that in order to really live a life that's really good in all areas, you probably have some negative people in your life that you just got to cut out. And you might not even see the significance of it, but I'm going to convince you in this video to cut all the negative people out of your life, because negative people and positive people have one thing in common. Their energies are both infectious. Okay. Whoever you spend the most time around, you're going to start to be impacted by that person's energy. So if you're around a positive person all the time, you're eventually going to become more positive. If you are around a negative person all the time, you're going to start to become more negative, because we are infectious with our energy. And if you are friends, close friends with people that are consistently negative. Now, I'm not talking about the people that are negative every now and then. I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about them jokers that always got some drama going on. Every time you answer the phone, it's doom and gloom. Like they got a bad luck rainbow over their head. Like they just walk around with a dark cloud lingering over them everywhere they go. You know who I'm talking about. You got those people in your life, the family, the friends, the associates at work. And because you're a nice person, and obviously because you care about these people, you keep them around. But I want to tell you, you better cut that crap out. And the reason why you better cut that crap out is because they're going to affect you in one way or another. Okay? You're going to start to notice that things start going a little bit south in your life the more you hang out with these people. And it's unfortunate because a lot of these people are really good people. They just don't understand the power of their own energy yet. And so I used to be like that. I used to be, first of all, I used to be a very negative person. Thought the world was out to get me. Always focused on doom and gloom. And then when I became a positive person, I hung out still with negative people, because after all, I've been knowing you for a long time. We're friends. I want to be loyal. But over time, I realized that it was harder and harder and harder to be around these people and stay positive. And so I had a sit down with myself one day. I said, Robbie, you got to have a sit down, boy. And I said, what is the most important thing for you? Well, it's like AA, okay? As a recovering pessimist, I realized that the most important thing for me was to be happy. And as a recovering pessimist, I can't afford to be around negative people. When I had that realization, when I was honest enough to tell myself that, to admit that I couldn't afford to be around negative people, I said, snip, snip, motherfucker, snip, 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 and snip. And they're like, oh, but I've been knowing you for a long time. Snip. Oh, but we're related. We're family. Snip. It doesn't, I don't care, because for me, my happiness and my inner peace is the most precious thing in my life. It is the most precious thing in my life. Robbie has to be happy on the inside. And because I'm very empathic, I can't be around you like that. because I'm absorbing your energy. I might talk to you once a month. I'll talk to you once a month for 5 minutes. Maybe not even that. So over the years, my tolerance for people who are habitually negative has shrunken down to virtually zero. I have zero tolerance for consistent negative people. Now, I want you to be very mindful of the words that I'm using. I said consistent negative people. Again, I'm not talking about people that have a couple of hiccups every now and then. I'm talking about the dang on bad luck bandits. You know who I'm talking about. You might be a bad luck bandit. If you're always down on your luck, I want you to understand something. It's you. And I mean that in all sincerity. It's you. Okay? Nobody else is going to tell you that because they want to be your friend. They want to remain in your good graces. They want to show that they're loyal to you. Nah, it's you. Be honest with you. And the reason why I know it's you is because it was me. And that's a good thing. When you know it's you, you can do something about it. If you don't think it's you, good luck. Maybe God will give you some blessings one day. Maybe, your horoscope will tell you one day that things are going to get better. Okay. But for me, I had to make a choice to improve myself. I had to become a happy person, and being happy doesn't mean we're just bouncing all around and jolly all the damn time, although that's how I live a lot of the times. But being happy means that I'm living in alignment with what I believe to be true for me. I'm doing what I think is best for me in this moment. I'm happy with the decisions that I'm making. I'm fine with the thoughts that I'm entertaining most of the time. I am consciously aware of my emotional state of being, and I am choosing the way that I want to show up in this world. That's what happiness means to me. And so understanding that, and also being happy, is also directly related to your health. If you are negative all the time, you're impacting your central nervous system. You're throwing your immune system all out of whack. So if you need an excuse to cut people off, understand that your health is the most important thing. And I have a conversation with people all the time. I say, listen, I'm not really that loyal. And they're like, what do you mean you're not that loyal? I said, listen, the number one thing that's important to me is my happiness and my inner peace. And I'm famous for telling people, I cut people off all the time that I feel like are not in alignment. They might not even be bad people, because I don't associate with bad people anyway. But if you're just negative, if I can't be my real, raw, and authentic, rich self with you, if I got to bring myself down here to have a relationship with you, if I gotta minimize the things that I got going on in my life just to have a conversation with you so you won't get offended and feel like I'm bragging all the time, we're not going to talk. We're not going to talk, because I'm the kind of person that you can tell anything to, and I'm not going to judge you one way or another. And if you tell me great things, I'm going to root for you to go even higher. So in my mind and in my life, I've made a firm decision. The most important thing for me is to be happy, to be in a high vibration, to be positive. And no, people don't like it. I've cut really good people out of my life, but I can't afford to go backwards, because the people that I love, I absorb their energy. And when I start absorbing so much negativity from them, I'm just like, man, I'm just going to have to go stand over here. I'm sorry. I got to go stand over here. So you might not like that. You might not even be brave enough to admit that, but I am. I'm selfish that way. I'm publicly selfish. I care about myself more than I care about anybody. I care about my health more than I care about anybody's health. And I care about my happiness more than I care about your happiness. I'm brave enough to admit that to you. So if you're going to be my friend, you got to be dedicated to positivity. I'm not saying you can't have down times every now and then, but if you constantly in some shit, I'm just like, I'm falling all the way back. And it's going to help you elevate in life. Okay. So remind yourself that your health is so important to you, and that you deserve to be happy if you want to be happy. If you don't want to be happy, just keep hanging out with them same damn people.